from Shea Stadium. It's the NLCS game number 3 between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. While we are tied at 1 game apiece. And you can see in this that New York Mets won 1-0 in game number 1, and they lost 5-1 in game number 2. Cincinnati scores, they win. Barry Larkin, he is looking, and here is Doc Gooden. This should be a very good defensive pitching matchup. As Doc Gooden goes for the New York Mets, and you can see he's pitched a great postseason. So here's Dwight Gooden under an ERA of 1. His whip is under 1. He does have 4 walks in the postseason. But here comes Barry Larkin as we're ready to go. So Barry Larkin will start off, and here's Doc Gooden. First pitch, game 3, and that's going to be a strike here in Shea Stadium in New York. So Dwight Gooden will start off, and that's going to be down low, 1-1. The NLCS, game number 1, game number 3. Series tied at 1, and that's going to be Larkin fouling it off. We have the next 2 games here, game 3 and game 4. Then we'll show AL game 5 and NL game 5. That'll be a little tapper. Gooden will pick it up, throw it to Hernandez, 1 out. Cincinnati and New York, you see Larkin, Sabo, Daniels, Davis, O'Neill, Saski, Leon Durham, Bo Diaz, Jeff Treadway. They're hitting under the Mendoza line as a team. And that's not the greatest. They picked some up last game. But now it's going to be 1 out, high ball 1. Chris Sabo. 111, 357 ER, 357 OPS. They'll be inside 2-0. Last game he had a donut. A big old jelly donut. Everybody got one of them. A lot of people did. But they won 5-1. It'll be 3-0. Daniels is on deck. And that's going to be a strike. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. High and fouled it away. 3-2. 3-2. It'll be a little tapper again. Gooden to Hernandez, 1-3, both outs. And it's going to be 2 outs. Shea Stadium in New York. Game number 3 of the NLCS. A very talented team versus a very young up-and-coming Cincinnati Reds team. Remember, New York won the '86 World Series. In real life, they survived. The Miracle Mets. The Amazing Mets, I should say. The Miracle Mets were 69. So good again, it'll be 1-1. Outside 2-1. The 2-1. Hit to left field and a base hit, 78 speed, easily a double. And it'll be a standout double, and that was good for Cal Daniels. So Cal Daniels gets a double, and Dwight Gooden gives up a hit. And now Eric Davis has a very good position. All of a sudden, from nothing to something. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. Eric Davis, 156. Beyond the ground, 0-2 quickly. Last 3 games, a double and 3 RBIs. But here's Eric Davis. Oh, that's to left field and deep, 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 deep. It's gone, Eric Davis. It's 2-0 Cincinnati. And if this were like anything like the other games, this is big, big danger zone for New York. As it is 2-0 Cincinnati. Eric Davis. And Davis scores. Oh my goodness. The home run. Kevin McReynolds was looking at it. And back, but it was 400 feet, so it had some distance. Oh, that went from nothing. Look at this. It went from nothing to this. And that's going to be a strike. Now, don't mistake this for the rest of the game as Paul O'Neill goes up. Remember, Toronto in game number 4 there, they hit back-to-backs in the first inning, and that was all they got the whole game. Even loading the bases up in the 13th inning. And not getting anyone in. The 0-2. And that'll be fouled away. Behind inside. 2-2. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. Doc Gooden against Paul O'Neill. And that's going to be fouled off. So O'Neill staying alive. Gooden can't get the second out, can't get the third out. On the ground. Picked up. Got it. But Kevin Elster to Hernandez, but Eric Davis, a 2-run shot, and it's 2-0 Reds. Here's Jose Rio. He's not had a great postseason. But tonight he gets his second chance. And Cincinnati's giving him run support. So Lenny Dykstra will start off. It'll be down low 1-0. Dykstra, his first time playing in the postseason. The first 2 games, they weren't very good. That's going to be a strike there, 1-1. And Rio going around Dykstra. It'll be 2-1. Game 1 of the NLCS. First inning. Bottom of the first inning. He's going to try and bunt. He has 86 speed. It'll be 2-2. So Dykstra, and that's going to be caught by Chris Sabo. 1 out. So you have Dykstra, Jeffries, Hernandez, Wilson hitting 4th, McReynolds, Howard Johnson, Gary Carter, Kevin Elster, and Wally Bachman. So slightly different lineup for the New York Mets. Swing and a miss there. Greg Jeffries, 574 OPS. Bottom of the first inning. It'll be 1-1. Last 6 games for Jeffries, 4 RBIs. That'll be fouled back. 1-2. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. Now remember, Cincinnati had 2 outs, and the Mets couldn't get the 3rd out. Here's Keith Hernandez, 189, and that's going to be a strike. So Hernandez, 4 RBI, tied for 2nd on the Mets. The 0-1. Outside, it'll be 1-1. Hernandez can pop a home run. Just ask the Pirates that, but that's going to be center field and a base hit. So Hernandez will get on first, and again, the 3rd out is the hardest one to get.
The right fielder, Wilson.
And Mookie now, hitting 286. Mookie, and that's going to hit the ground, and let's see if Hernandez scores. He's going to be around 3rd. O'Neill, they're going to come. No, they won't come home. And it'll be a 2-on with 2 outs. And the same thing is happening with the Cincinnati Reds as the New York Mets. They can't get the 3rd out. And O'Neill, it took a fortuitous bounce. If you're a Reds fan, here's McReynolds. That'll be a swing and a miss, 0-1. A big at-bat for a team drier than the Sahara Desert. Bottom of the 1st inning, McReynolds to center field. Davis catches it. And we go to the 2nd. 2nd inning. Cincinnati 2, New York nothing. Here's Nick Saski as we begin the 2nd. 6 RBI. And Saski now hitting 226. Here's Gooden, inside ball 1. 1 for 3, a home run and 2 RBI in the last game. The Mets won the first game 1-0. Cincinnati won the last game 5-1, stopping the New York Mets' 5-game postseason streak. Bullard, Kingsley, Simmons, and Johnson. And Larry Bullard will be calling the balls and strikes tonight. That's going to be a hard hit up the middle on a base hit. So Nick Saski gets on first. And that's going to be very big. So here's Leon. He hasn't hit anything all postseason. This is where you bunt. Good, it'll be high ball 1. He's walked. He's walked 1 time. But Leon Durham not a hit yet here in game number 3 of the NLCS. Durham, it's going to be high. Right to Dykstra in center field. And he'll make the catch. McReynolds, Dykstra. And you would say, where's Darryl Strawberry? Well, he's hurt. And here's Bo Diaz, tied for 4th on the Reds, 3 RBI. 185 average. A swing and a miss here. 0-1 with 1 out. Cincinnati 2, the Mets nothing. Will be down low 1-1. Yeah, Leon Durham's having trouble. He's having a ton of trouble. Swing and a miss again, 1-2. Cincinnati 2, the Mets nothing. 1-2, 1 out. And it's going to be 2-2. Shea Stadium. The 2-2. Got him. And Bo Diaz goes down for Cincinnati. And here's Jeff Treadway. It's going to be a strike here. Hitting Hitting 182 now. Treadway, the second baseman. 1 on, 2 outs. Remember, they can't get that third out. Treadway, though, they will get this one. Kevin Elster to Wally Bachman, and we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning, it's 2-0 Reds. Now here's Hojo. 5 RBIs, first on the Mets. And Jose Rio had a little bit of trouble getting that third out last inning. That's going to be a strike. Cincinnati 2, the Mets nothing. And that'll be picked up. Larkin to Asaski, 1 out. So Howard Johnson now.
Gary Carter.
Here's Gary Carter, the kid. Remember, Carter had a big base hit against the Pirates. But it's 2-0. And also there's Carter to the gap, and let's see how far he can go. Probably be a double. And Gary Carter, oh, and it goes away. And Diaz will come up. But Gary Carter with the double. It was game 1 where his RBI double was the only run of the game. And you can see the double here. Kevin Elster.
Batting it, the shortstop.
And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. Kevin Elster. Third on the Mets. Hitting .583. 0-1 with 1 out. Down low, 1-1. Cincinnati 2, the New York Mets nothing. Bottom of the second. Did he go? No, he didn't. It's on the ground. He did not swing. 2-1. 1 out, else that's going to be Rio, and that's a base hit. Will they send him? Let's see. They will throw home. They won't come home. And the Mets at first and third with an out. Kevin Elster, a big base hit, and here's Wally Bachman. And which side of the plate? He will be a lefty right now. Here's a switch hitter. Bachman. Bachman to right field, and O'Neill the catch. They will not come home. And a missed opportunity there. It's going to be 2 outs. And here's Lenny. Let's see if he can come up with one of a big postseason hit for the Mets. Inside, ball 1. Don't want to load the bases up. The last game against the Pirates, he was 2 for 5, a double and an RBI. That game 7 was unbelievable. On the ground, Treadway to Larkin, and that ends the second. They don't get a thing, and we go to the third. Barry Larkin, he grounded out in the first. And here's Barry. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. Last game he was 1 for 4 at a double. So here's Dwight. It'll be inside, 1-1. So Barry Larkin. And that'll be fouled off, 1-2. Larkin, a shortstop. 1988 and up and coming star for the Reds. That'll be, oh, it's knocked down. Elster, but Larkin will get on with the base hit. So Barry will get on first, and here's Chris Sabo. The Third baseman Chris Sabo here in the third inning. 0 for 1. Here's Hernandez at first, but Chris Sabo. It's going down below. Hernandez playing defense on first. Larkin, the base runner on first. So Sabo. I mean, this is big for him. If they can get 2 on with nobody out, it'll be 2-0. This is sort of big. Cincinnati wants more runs. It'll be 3-0. Cal Daniels is on deck. Daniels with a base hit last time. The 3-0, this should be right down the middle. Nope. And it is a 4-pitch walk. And first and second. With nobody out. Oh, this is big. Cal Daniels. And let's see. Cincinnati would like a buffer because Rio is giving up base hits. It's Daniels, 2 on, nobody out. High ball 5. As it is 5 in a row. Gooden and a jam. A swing and a miss here. So Cal Daniels 1 for 1 today. Gooden's got to get out. He would love a double play ball. Down low, 2-1. Oh, how big this is. Top of the third inning. Down low, 3-1. And Eric Davis is on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. High pop fly. Let's see. They'll get some. Dykstra's back. And they're going to go to third. So Barry Larkin will go to third and be in sacrifice position. So Eric Davis hit a 2-run home run in the first. A ground out, you score. A fly out, you score. A double play, the inning's over. Top of the third inning, 1 out. And inside, 1-0. Last game he was 1 for 4, a double and an RBI. This game, 1 for 1, a home run and 2 RBI. And Davis will foul it off. 1-1. Big portion of the game. Cincinnati trying to add to their lead. 2-1 now. Can't slurve it back. The slider curve. Or the split finger, whatever. Down low, the changeup doesn't work. And Paul O'Neill, it's 3-1, will be on deck. 1 out. Oh, that's a base hit. It's 3-0. They're going to go to third, to throw to third. He's safe. They got speed on third and Chris Sabo. And he is in sacrifice position. Right up the middle. Paul O'Neill. And here's Paul. That's going to be a meatball right there. 0-1. He grounded out in the first. If he grounds out, it's 4-0. You can break this game wide open. You really can. And that'll be fouled off quickly. 0-2. Paul O'Neill would play for the Yankees later on in his career and become very important to them. The 0-2. That'll be on the ground. This will be Elster. He gets the out. It's 4-0 though. An RBI, and Cincinnati has a big lead. Well, he did his job. He got him in, and Nick Osaski now a single in the second. 1 for 1. So Dwight Gooden, not the pitching performance we expected from him. Oh, there it goes. It going to third. Any sort of a base hit, and now that's going to be 5-0. Even an infield hit. It's going to be ball 2, 2-0. And Osaski will foul it away. Two balls, one strike. 2 outs, top of the third inning. Swing and a miss there. It'll be 2-2. Dwight Gooden. Not the greatest of performances today pitching. I'm sure he would love a few of these back. The 2-2. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. Osaski goes down. Cincinnati, 2 more runs. It's 4-0. Here's Greg Jeffries. He struck out in the first. And let's see if the Mets can get a run. In fact, in baseball, when you're down big, you just start off with 1, and there's Greg Jeffries to Paul O'Neill. 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the third. That's 1 swing of the bat. You just got to get the bases loaded, and you never know. Keith Hernandez, he singled in the first with his first base hit of the series. And Jose Rio now. Oh, that wasn't good. He's looking at him like, what in the world? But anyway, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. No reason you'd throw at the guy, just a bad pitch. And that's going to be fouled off 1-1. I mean, the New York Mets, say what you want, 100 wins, whatever. I mean, they've really dug themselves holes in series. They were down 3-0 to the Pirates and won that series. And they're down, well, they could be down 2-1 here. But this time, well, no, they are at home. They did get that Game 1 win, but now they're down 4-0 here. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. High to Hernandez. And Eric Davis with his speed. 2 outs. You know, if that were Manny Lee would have taken that. And here's Mookie. Mookie's one of the reasons we're here. Him and Keith Hernandez. And that's going to be a strike. Four 4-0 Cincinnati, bottom of the third. Outside 1-1. Now Mookie Wilson, if he gets a base hit, he can get a double or triple out of it. He can easily score from second. Larkin to Osaski, and that ends the third. That ends the third inning. It's Durham, Diaz, and Treadway. We go to the fourth. Fourth inning, Leon Durham. Will he ever get a base hit? Will he ever get a base hit? And we got to see. He's like a pitcher. Automatic out. That's going to be a strike. Top of the fourth inning, 4-0 Cincinnati. They'll be down below 1-1. Durham, you remember him in real life with the Cubs. And that's going to be a strike, 1-2. Cincinnati 4, the Mets nothing. Be 2-2. Game 3, 88 NLCS. And he's going to swing at the bottom of that. It'll be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gooden. 3-2 to Durham. And Bo Diaz is on deck. There's nobody on, nobody out, though. And Durham pops up. Gary Carter will be underneath. Even if he drops it, he's in foul territory. 1 out.
Now batting, the catcher, Bo Diaz.
So Bo Diaz 0 for 1 and strikeout in his 2nd inning. So it'll be 1-0 with an out. On the ground, 1-1. For 4-0 Cincinnati. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 with an out. And that's going to be fouled off. Hard hit. This will be Howard Johnson all the way over to Hernandez. He's off the base. And error on Howard Johnson, and everything is falling apart for the Mets. It's all falling apart. Look at this. Now, yes, it is a tough throw, but it really drug him off. So here's Jeff Treadway, the 2nd baseman. 1 on, 1 out. That's going to be fouled off, 0-1. It'll be 1-1. Rick Aguilera is warming up. Cincinnati 4, the Mets nothing. I mean, the next 3 innings, there he goes. It's going to be a hit and run. Back, let's see, and it'll hit the ground. They should get this out at 2nd, and they do. So the error gets out. Bo Diaz. I mean, what do you do? Mookie Wilson, it's going to be a 9-6. What do? You know, you just don't know. You go back and then right to Bachman. Barry Larkin 1 for 2. 2 outs, 1 on. It's going to be outside ball 1. Game 3, Cincinnati 4, the Mets nothing. Wait till we have, I mean, the World Series is going to be incredible. A swing and a miss here. 1-1. That Toronto game is going to be really big. Outside 2-1. Toronto, Minnesota, game number 5 in Exhibition Stadium. Fouled it off. 2-2. 2 outs, 1 on. On the ground, right to Gooden. That should be it, and it is. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. They held Cincinnati there after an error and a hit. Actually, just an error. An error and a... No, just an error. When the ball dropped into right field, that was... I was not sorry. Just woke up here. I'm in Islamabad, Pakistan. Well... Down low 1-0 to Kevin McReynolds. The 2-0, it'll be 3-0 to left fielder Kevin McReynolds. Howard Johnson is on deck, bottom of the fourth inning. And you're starting to wonder about the New York Mets, and there it is. So McReynolds will get on first. Jose Rio with the 4-pitch walk. Nobody out and one on, and here's Howard Johnson. Rounded out in the second inning. Now we start this fun. So Howard Johnson, the question is, will the Mets run themselves out of an inning? And Davey Johnson, how's he going to do this? Really, in baseball, when you're down a lot, you got to be patient. Really a lot more patient. If this was 0-0 or 4-4, you could say, all right, run them, do this, do that. But in reality, it's the 2-0. 3-0. Gary Carter is on deck. And that's going to be fouled off, going over, nearing the foul line, and caught by Sabo, 1 out. Wow, a 3-0 foul out.
Number 8, Gary Carter.
Here's Gary Carter, doubled in the second inning. Be 1-0. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes. Two 1 out, and that'll be fouled off. So it'll be 3-1. Swing and a miss. It'll be 3-2 now. Full count, 1 out for Gary Carter. Carter had a double before, and if he gets a double now, it'll be 4-1. It'll be a step back. Carter, and this might hit the ground. Let's see it does. And they throw to second, and he's out. In both innings, the top and the bottom of the fourth, we've had a 9-6. Well, that is 9-6. Force out at second, a 9-4 in the top of the inning. It just happens that way. And here's Elster now. That's going to be inside ball 1. 1 for 1. He singled in the second. The bottom of the lineup is really picking it up. So Jose Rio. That's going to be a strike there, 1-1. They got to be patient if you're the Mets and get 1 here and 1 there and try and get 4 innings where they get 1 run. But you're not going to do it there, 1-2. 1-2. That'll be fouled back. One ball, 2 strikes. They're not going to go. I mean, Gary Carter's at 28 speed. Again, 3 doubles to get him. Yeah, they're going to have to hit a home run to get him to third base. Actually, if Elster were to jack one, it would close his score to 4-2. But the Mets are just looking for a run. Inside, it'll be another full count. Wally Bachman is on deck. Bottom of the 4th inning. And they walk him. And Bachman will be up.
The batter, number 6.
Here's Wally. And this will drop, maybe, no. And that's going to be the end of the 4th inning. At the end of the 4th inning, it's Sabo, Daniels, and Davis.
Leading off for the Reds, the third baseman, Chris Sabo.
So here's Chris Sabo, 0 for 1 here in the top of the 5th. He did not go. It'll be 1-0. New York just can't get anybody in. They're getting some people on base, but they can't get anyone in. And, you know, for Cincinnati, they've had constant pressure. And they're looking good there. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Sabo, the third baseman, you know, he wants to get some hits here, get his average up. He went. It's going to be 2-2. Shea Stadium in New York. Quite good in a lot of pitches. And that'll be 3-2. I don't see Gooden getting out really of 6 innings unless everybody starts hitting the first pitch they see, and all of them are outs. Gooden. He walked them, and Sabo will go to first. This has not been Gooden's day. All right, a new pitcher, and let's see who it is. New York has to burn their bullpen here in their first of 3 straight games, so they have to be careful. You were hoping that Gooden would go a long time and that they would only use a little bit. Here's Reardon, Rick Aguilera, sorry.
Number 15.
3 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Righties hate the guy, lefties don't like him. Aguilera is a ripoff of Jeff Reardon, or the other way around. You can argue about that one. Who's a ripoff of who? But here's Cal Daniels. 1 on, nobody out, and Aguilera outside, ball 1. Cincinnati 4, the New York Mets nothing. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. Cal Daniels 1 for 2. I'll tell you what, if Cincinnati starts scoring runs here, if they start scoring runs here, then it's time to adjust your pitching for next game. Oh, they're going. It's going to be low. The throw, he's safe. Sabo makes it to second. Cincinnati looking good here. 4-0 Cincinnati, 9-1 in the last 2 games. 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Cal Daniels. Oh, they don't give it to him, and Aguilera doesn't like it, and neither do the fans. Gives Daniels new life. There's nobody out, and if they walk him, it'll be 2 on, nobody out. And that'll be fouled off. It's a little subdued here in New York. You know that in 1 or 2 innings, it can turn around, but right now, that'll be fouled off again. 1 for 2. That's going to be a hard hit to left field. Will they send him home? They will. The throw home. This is a big one. He's way off the plate, and it's 5-0 Cincinnati. Oh, my. Daniels with a double. I don't know. They might give him a single, then extend it. They might. So here's Eric Davis. Two for two, a home run and a single. Eric Davis, he's fast. He can get a triple. Davis, oh, he popped it up, and Carter's underneath, and he gets the out. 1 out. So Paul O'Neill, 2 ground outs, but he has an RBI. Top of the 5th. 5-0 Cincinnati. High pop fly. Dykstra. And he'll make the catch. 2 outs.
The batter, number 12.
Monick Isaski is singled in the 2nd inning. He does that again. It'll be 6-0. And right now it is just a... Oh, they go, and down below they throw to third, they get him, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Well, that was terrible. Bottom of the 5th inning. You know, they run themselves out.
The center fielder, number 4.
It's not bad. As Lenny Dykstra will come up, it's not bad unless New York scores 3 in an inning. Then you're like, yeah, we want that 6th run. Nope. Jose Rio, 59 pitches. I wish instead of time of possession, they had time at bat, and they used real time. 2-1. It'll be 2-2 to Dykstra. New York trying to get anything going. It'll be 3-2. You never know. I mean, the first 5 innings of this game, that'll be on the ground. This will be O'Neill 1 out. First 5 innings, yes, Cincinnati's winning good. But, you know, it's how the momentum goes at the end of the game. You know, if all of a sudden, maybe it's 6 or 7-0 Cincinnati, and the last 2 innings, New York starts pounding the ball, they'll be like, all right. And if they get the first run in the next game, it'll be like, wow, momentum their way. But they need to start that, and Cincinnati knows that. Jeffries 0-2. One run in the first 3 games for New York. That's going to be a strikeout. He doesn't like it. The forkball. And Jeffries will go down.
Number 17.
Here's Keith Hernandez, 1 for 2. And a strike. Hernandez is 1 for 2, a single in the first. 1-1. Keith Hernandez will be 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-1. Mookie Wilson is on deck. Hernandez would like to get on with nobody out. And that's going to be 3-2. Jose Rio has pitched this whole game. He's had some things he's given up. But right now underneath is Treadway, and he makes the catch. We go to the 6th. I need to get some water. I'll be back, but I'll let everything go. And Isaski, Durham, and Diaz enjoy the natural sound.
Leading off for Cincinnati, the first baseman, number 12. batting, designated hitter, Leon Dura. Now batting, catcher, Diaz.
All right, we're back, and that was Bachman to Hernandez. That'll be 2 outs. Bo Diaz, the strikeout, he reached on an error, so he's actually 0 for 2. When you reach on an error, you don't get it. This will be easy. Elster to Hernandez, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, the Reds went down pretty quickly, but you got Wilson, McReynolds, and Johnson coming up. Mookie doubled in the first inning, 1 for 2.
The right fielder, William
And Jose Rio,
Wilson.
it's going to be a swing and a miss, 0-1. 1-1. Mookie Wilson is 1 for 2 again. The New York Mets want to at least get a run. You know, when you go to the last inning, in the last couple innings, you want at least a run, because if you load the bases up, you want to be able to tie the game. It'll be 2-2. 5-0 Cincinnati in New York. They didn't like that. The 2-2 struck him out. He swung at that same one, and Mookie Wilson didn't like it. Kevin McReynolds,
Number 22.
he walked in the 4th. And that's going to be a strike. No, and 1 out. That's going to be fouled. The 0-2. 1-2, 1 out. That'll be on the ground. Sabo to Asaski, 2 outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Howard Johnson.
So Howard Johnson 0 for 2, a pop out and a ground out. Really, this game is going like an assembly line. It really is. Like New York, they don't have hope. Look at that bar next to the score, 5-0. See how little that blue is, and they're going to get out of this inning as Daniels will catch the 3rd out. We go to the 7th inning. It's been all Cincinnati. Pressure every inning.
Your attention, please.
So Terry Leach will come in, 9 2/3. His ERA is under 1.
Terry.
His strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Righties don't like the guy and lefties hate him. 8 games. I mean, he's been in a lot of these games, almost every one of the Mets games that Terry Leach has been in. Top of the 7th inning. And that's going to be a strike. And there are a couple games where he didn't go. I know Doc Gooden. That's going to be 1-1. 5-0 Cincinnati, top of the 7th inning. And that'll be on the ground. Easily Elster to Hernandez, 1 out. I mean, you see a subdued New York crowd a little bit. Barry Larkin. And they're booing Barry here. It's 1 for 3. That'll be a low ball 1. So Larkin will be 2-0. Three and 0 with 1 out. Three balls, no strikes, and that'll be a strike there, 3-1. I mean, my goodness. The Reds, oh, he went after that, but you know what? He had to. It'll be 3-2. A lot of full counts today. Here in Game 3 of the NLCS, a lot of full counts. And they walk them. Another walk, a lot of walks today for New York. And it's not because of the umpire. You are seeing really, Chris Sabo has walked twice. Every time he's got on base, he's scored a run, I think, 2 runs. And that's going to be outside ball 1. I mean, these have been really outside. It hasn't been like 3-2, and the umpire's not giving him anything. It's just there's nothing there. Two and 0, 1 out.
Runner.
There they go on a steal. They're just going to let them go, and it's safe. So it'll be 3-0. I don't know. You know, all that risk and reward. You know, it might be ball 4 anyway, and now you're on second base at 3-0. And that's going to be a strike, 3-1. But here's Sabo. 3-1, 1 out. Oh, they call that a strike. It'll be 3-2. 5-0 Cincinnati, top of the 7th. And that'll be fouled back. So again, Cincinnati walks today. They're patient at the plate. And that was ball 4. I said patient, but you know, Sabo trying to hit that. He's 0 for 1, 2 walks. He might walk 3 times. The 3-2. Hard hit, and that's a base hitter. They're going to try and score. They are. The throw home, and it is safe at 6-0 Cincinnati. Barry Larkin comes home, and Chris Sabo with the RBI. It's 6-0 here in game number 3 of the NLCS. Meaning if Cincinnati holds on and wins, that means if they lose the series, it'll have to be in Cincinnati. Elster. Oh, what a catch by Kevin Elster, 2 outs. Eric Davis, he's 2 for 3, a home run, a single, and 3 RBI. He had a 2-run home run in the first inning. He also had an RBI later on. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. Hard hit, that'll be foul. 6-0 the score. Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Struck him out, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th inning. Cincinnati's got even more. On away, Gary Carter will come up, doubled in the second inning, 1 for 2 today. But I will say that if they're going to do anything, this is like the 9th inning. They got to do it now. It'll be a little too late everywhere else. That's going to be fouled off. Again, there's no clock in baseball. It's the only sport where when you're down big, you got to slow it down. And that's going to be fouled off, 0-2. Well, from beginning to end, Cincinnati has really dominated. And inside 1-2. Jose Rio is still in the game. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-0 Cincinnati. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. It'll be 3-2. And that'll be fouled off. Struck him out, 1 out. You can see where my mind's at.
The batter, number 21.
So 1 out, nobody on, and Kevin Elsters 1 for 1 today. Bottom of the 7th inning, he singled in the 2nd. I think he walked also. Kind of a lot of walks today. That's going to be a strike. You know, Jose Rio getting his ERA down and getting his innings up, and he's actually doing very well. Down below, 1-2. Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. Bottom of the 7th inning. Struck him out, and that's 2 outs. This strikeout for Jose Rio.
Now batting, number 6.
And now Wally Bachman. And that's going to be a strike there. 0 for 2 flyouts. High, and that's going to be 0 for 3 flyouts. We go to the 8th. Cincinnati is cruising, and we'll talk about game 4. Well, let's talk about the next games. Bob McClure coming in. Cincinnati's going to be up 2-1, and we're going to have Cincinnati possibly tonight. And if we have Cincinnati tonight, then it's going to be big. So O'Neill 0 for 3. And that's going to be high ball 1. 1-0. Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. It'll be 1-1. Well, I mean, Cincinnati's so good today. New York has 1 run in 3 games. And they have now gone. And if they don't score this game, it'll be, the catch in left field by McReynolds, 1 out. If New York doesn't score, then they scored in the 10th inning, I think, or 9th inning of game number 1, 1-0. They scored in the last inning. So that means if they don't score here, they'd be 18 scoreless, and that's going to be a strike. Cincinnati would have outscored them 11-1 in the series, which was Toronto's Game 2 score against Oakland, 11-1. Toronto could have won that game yesterday as they had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 13th. And they couldn't get a run in. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. That was crazy. Swing and a miss. There becomes a time, really, when it's just, it's over, and you can feel it. And that'll be on the ground to Hernandez. That's going to be another out, 2 outs.
Up next for Cincinnati,
Leon Durham, can he finally get a hit? Can he get a hit in the postseason? And that's big. He's already had a walk. And this is very big, Durham. And that's going to be a ball inside, 1-0. It's the quest for number 1. And it's not college football. It's Leon Durham. 1-0. 1-1 now. As now everybody shifts to him. You can see that this game is over. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Leon. High and fouls it back, 1-2. Top of the 8th inning, Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. The 1-2 with 2 outs. He fouls it off again. Bob McClure in. You don't want to burn your bullpen when you have only 3 more outs here, really, to get after this, and they do. Bottom of the 8th inning, Cincinnati just winning 6-0. It has been a wash. Stats look close, but the game really hasn't been. Cincinnati, a lot of pressure, a lot of walks, and a lot of patience at the plate, a lot of hits. New York, they've scattered their hits and haven't really put together a big threat. I don't know, do you put Tim Burtsess in? It could be 7-6 real quick. Swing and a miss here, it'll be 0-2 though. Lenny's 0 for 3 today, and Jose Rio, his 100th pitch. And outside 1-2. They might try and go a complete game shutout for Jose Rio because they have more than a grand slam. So even if they line it up and they hit a grand slam, I mean, that's 6-4. You bring in somebody there. That's going to be to right field. And foul. It's off the wall. Bottom of the 8th inning, Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. High 3-2. Dykstra. Treadway pulling a Manny Lee, 1 out and running into right field for it.
The batter, number 9.
Here's Greg Jeffries. I mean, this is the top of their lineup. You're expecting him. New York was going to do anything it would be with the top of their lineup, and Sabo will catch this. That was a jam, 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
Gonna be high ball 1. So it'll be outside 2-0. 2-0, 2 outs. 3-0. Mookie. And it'll be a walk for Hernandez. And Mookie will be on deck now. Mookie will be at bat, sorry. Doubled in the first inning. Bottom of the 8th. It'll be 1-0. How about this? I mean, that's the only hope for New York is a home run. We'll cut it within. That is O'Neill. What a slide. Paul O'Neill in right field. Good night here. Look at this slide, like he's sliding into second. 6-0. And Bo Diaz, this is just stat building right here. And the reason, Diaz, that'll be fouled off. Top of the 9th, Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. Game 3 will go to Cincinnati here. And they'll be up 2-1. And I guess the question is, how far can you wipe it out? Now, it's one thing if you lost 13-6 or something. And then the games were varied. Or if somebody had a bad day, you lose 8-3 or something. But New York has had now 18. This will maybe be 18 scoreless innings. 17 scoreless innings for New York in a row. They haven't scored in 17 innings. And, you know, when a first inning 2-run home run are the game-winning runs, that's a problem. Well, yeah, he struck him out. And you wonder why he didn't run to first? The ball hit him. So look at it. This is a rule. Watch the rule. When you swing and the ball hits you, the ball is dead. There is no such thing as hands to the bat. That is a dumb interpretation. I don't know where that came from. Probably dumb umpires who don't read the rule book. And then they tell coaches, and the coaches think that that's gospel because some old umpire who's been doing it 40 years that doesn't care, thinks they know the rules, doesn't care to get better, and they tell people the wrong thing. Then they go, oh, look at Billy, he's been doing this 40 years. And then they're telling everybody the wrong thing. The 0-2. Deep to left field. And underneath, that'll be an out. So McReynolds with 2 outs. You know, but anyway, the thing is, if the ball hits any part of your body, including the hands on the bat, the ball is dead. If the ball was in the strike zone, it's a strike. If it hit you and you attempted to get out of the way, it is first base. And if you didn't and it's out of the strike zone, it's a ball. And if you were swinging, it's dead, and it is a strike and not considered foul, you can be out, and that's what happened. So 0-2. All 2 people watching right now. Well, you hopefully got better, and if you're a bot and you're just trying to advertise, hopefully, I don't know, you can create a baseball rule book. I don't know. Larkin now 1 for 3. 1-2, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th inning, Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. New York's going to need a miracle. McReynolds, Johnson, and Carter. And it will be 2-1 Cincinnati then.
Your attention, please.
So Frank Williams will come in. He's been pretty good. They want to get him some reps here. Frank Williams comes in. Remember, John Franco was the closer for Cincinnati. And it was later on he played for the Mets. You always think John Franco for the Mets, but he did. But actually for Cincinnati, he's there. It's going to be a strike to McReynolds. I mean, they would need a miracle to win this game. It's bottom of the 9th inning. And Cincinnati fan, you can see everybody's left. And quickly 0-2 to Kevin McReynolds. It's going to take a spark. It's going to take Cincinnati's help. It really is going to take Cincinnati's help for this to happen. It's going to be fouled off. 0-2 still. It is going to take Cincinnati's help for this. It's going to take an error or two, some mental lapse, some mental judgment. That's going to be a little bit. And outside, Barry Larkin 1 out. And now it's going to take an epic, never happened before moment.
The third baseman.
Down by 6-1. I remember when I was an equipment guy for Pitt baseball. It was Pitt football in the fall, baseball in the spring. I remember Pitt was down 18-12, 9th inning, 2 outs. Nobody, and Howard goes down, and this is where you get a little motivation, and that's the spark you don't want in Cincinnati. You want to make this as boring as you want. But Pitt was down 18-12, 2 outs, nobody on base against Notre Dame. It was on a Sunday. And they scored 10 runs and 1 out. Brant Colomarino had 2 home runs in 1 out. It was at Notre Dame's X Stadium. And Howard will walk. So they get 1 on, and, you know, I remember that. That was the greatest victory I've ever seen in baseball. Really. They went 22-18. They still had to play the bottom of that inning. That was crazy. And that's going to be a strike. Gary Carter, 1 for 3. So the 0-1. It's going to be a swing and a miss, 0-2. So Carter 1 for 3 today. The 0-2 with 1 out. It's going to be 1-2. Well, bottom of the 9th inning, Cincinnati, a double play and the game's over. It'll be 2-2 now. Well, I mean, you're looking at this game, seeing what to take out of it. New York just wants a run. They want to end that streak. On the ground, this will do it. Treadway to Larkin to Asaski, and that's the double play that ends the game. Treadway, Larkin, Asaski, it's 6-0. New York has gone 18 innings without a run, 18 straight innings without a run, and Cincinnati is up 2-1. They played really well today. They hit the ball. They were patient at the plate. They walked a bunch of times, and the Cincinnati Reds are up 2-1. They've earned this. It looks like it's 7-4 in hits, but it really felt like a blowout. It wasn't just one little oops home run. No, it felt like a blowout. Rio gets the win. Dwight Gooden, a shockingly bad performance with the loss. And the Reds have a 2-1 lead, and we will have Game 4 as our next broadcast. We will, because of the schedule. And you can see Eric Davis, a 2-run home run in the first inning, was actually the winning run. And Davis with the RBI, he had 3 today. And Cal Daniels looking very good there. Chris Sabo, a solid base hit, a lot of people, and a double play. Treadway to Larkin to Asaski. Jose Rio, a great game, and we're going to go to the post game right now. Dwight Gooden, what a terrible game. For him, he gets the loss. And let's take a look at the box scores. So for Cincinnati, Daniels had 2 hits. Davis had 2 hits. O'Neill with a donut. Durham, Diaz, and Treadway with a donut. And they didn't walk. That is concerning. But the top part of their lineup actually did pretty well. 7 for 34 in hitting. They struck out 7 times. But you know what? They only walked 3 times. I thought they had more. 2 walks by Chris Sabo. 1 by Barry Larkin, and that kind of skewed my image here. Daniels, a double home run. Davis, RBI, Sabo, Daniels. Eric Davis had 3, and Paul O'Neill with an RBI. Base running, stolen bases, Larkin and Sabo, caught stealing Daniels and Diaz. They were 2 for 4 today. Stealing bases. For New York, lots of donuts. Dykstra, Jeffries, McReynolds, Johnson, and Bachman. They actually walked more times than the Reds. But they struck out 5 times, walked 4. Wilson and Carter, both with doubles. Carter grounded into a double play, and the fielding was by Howard Johnson. Get it out of your system. That's what they say. Jose Rio, all the runs were earned today. No runs on 4 hits. Williams was perfect, but he walked 1. So Rio with the win there. No save for Williams. Gooden with the loss. He gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 2, walked 2. Rick Aguilera gave up a hit. Leach gave up a run and a hit. And McClure was pretty good with 3 strikeouts near the end. Cincinnati 6, New York nothing. As this goes to, it stays here. It goes to Game 4 with Cincinnati leading 2-1 and looking really good. They've outscored New York 11-0 in the last 2 games, 11-1 in the last 3 because they lost game number 1, 1-0. Minnesota and Toronto. Tolliver and Steeb. Actually, yeah, we will have Game 5. Minnesota and Toronto before Cincinnati and New York with Game 4, so I was wrong on that. a really, really big Minnesota-Toronto Game 5 pivotal. If Toronto wins, then they will have 2 chances to win in the Metrodome. If Minnesota wins, they just got to win 1 of 2 in the Metrodome. Toronto's good on the road, remember that. That's an interesting series. Toronto could easily be up 3-1, going for a World Series berth. But Toronto and Minnesota possibly tonight. We got to see what's happening. All right, have a great day, everyone. We will see you later. Thank you very much.